Okay, so it's been, you know, a week. Obviously, some things have happened over the weekend. We might be facing a government shutdown by the end of the week. I still want to call who I had planned to call today, um, despite what happened over the weekend in Minneapolis, because this news cycle is unrelenting and that's not going to stop. And I think we need to focus on everything that's happening. So we can't let things that happened on Thursday get a pass just because something terrible happened on Saturday. Um, so what happened on Thursday is that um, throughout last week, Jack Smith was testifying in front of the House um, with regard to the January 6th riot at the Capitol. Congressman Troy Nehls of the Texas 22nd, which is like suburban southwest greater Houston area. He was elected in 2020. He, during his moment to speak to the committee, there was a number of Capitol police officers there. He addressed some of his comments towards them instead of towards Jack Smith. And he blamed what happened not on Donald Trump, as all of Jack Smith's evidence showed, but on, the hierarchy at the Capitol Police Department, which, perhaps maybe they were slightly underprepared, but I think there's a bigger picture. And there were men who had been beaten while protecting Troy Nehls himself. So we're going to call him and ask him about that. The House is not in session this week. They're on like district work thing, but he might be around. He's not going to answer. It's going to be one of his people, but worth noting that the congressman himself is former law enforcement. And yeah, so during the session, he had some stuff to say, so we're going to give him a call.
Thank you for calling the office of United States Congressman Troy Nehls, proudly representing the people of the 22nd District of Texas. While we are unable to answer your call right now, we value all concerns, comments, and requests. Please leave a message and I or my staff will respond as soon as possible. God bless.
Calling from the New Jersey 8th District. I'm calling in regard to what was said by you during Jack Smith's testimony last week in front of the House. During your chance to speak, I know you are a former law enforcement officer. You directed your critique of what happened on January 6th at the officers in attendance, including heroes Harry Dunn and Michael Fanone, who not only self-deployed to help his fellow officers and you, but was beaten to the point of a traumatic brain injury. So I just want to, on the record again, do you believe that these heroic officers who kept you and your colleagues safe from harm, in video, we see you yourself, while, I know you have later denied that this was an insurrection, but we see you barricading a door to protect yourself and your fellow representatives from the rioters. So will you say on the record that these heroes who protected you were at fault for what happened? Because I know you were an officer, and I think that it's disgraceful for you to have directed this kind of belittlement at them after what they have gone through. Several of them perished by suicide. Several of them perished due to their injuries, including Brian Sicknick from my home state. And I just think it's disgraceful that you would say that to people that protected you on that day. So I appreciate any kind of answer you would like to give on that. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye. So this is obviously a photo of Representative Nehls barricading the door from rioters who he later says were not insurrectionists. I think it's disgraceful. Michael Fanone suffered traumatic brain injuries. Harry Dunn literally endured racial slurs. He was also, attacked. His quick thinking probably saved the lives, or at least saved Congress people from being beaten. And yeah, a number of Capitol Police officers died by suicide in the aftermath of January 6th. And the president has now, let all of the people that went to jail for that insurrection out of jail. And it's disgraceful. And they're just walking the streets, and Troy Nehls of the Texas 22nd thinks it was the fault of the Capitol Police officers who protected him. So we'll call somebody else tomorrow. Thanks.